Hey guys, we're home. Mia took me to Disneyland for my birthday. Alright, Mia, you want to get a flame job at Ramon's?
Or should I do pinstriping?
Oh, maybe get pinstriping. That was a lot of fun. I've only been there once before, and only for the day. This time we slept over. Thank you everybody that wished me a happy birthday. It was a very happy birthday. So yesterday was Black Friday. I'm seeing Gosei Ultimate and Gosei Great for $19, $19.99 or so. That RC Samurai Megazord that I like so much I see is half price as well. It's usually $50. It's $29 down from $50. Power Morphicon tickets are on sale. Links to everything in the description. All Power Morphicon memberships are on sale 25% off now through Cyber Monday. So if you don't have Power Morphicon tickets, which I don't. I should get tickets too. Now is your chance to get discounted tickets. You don't want to miss Power Morphicon. I went to Van Nuys Toys R Us earlier today. Oh, they're having a sale. They finally released the Megazord helmet mask thing. Got Robo Knight. Still got White Ranger. Got Gosei Ultimate. Zord. Shockingly, they still have a Bullzord. No Super Megaforce stuff, which doesn't surprise me, but I looked anyway, and I went to Porter Ranch the day before. Nothing there either. I keep seeing people saying that they've spotted the toys all over the place at places that aren't selling them, so I'm trying to help people find the toys, and I'm trying to kind of weed out the, oh, I think I saw kind of people. Someone will be like, yeah, I saw for sure at Target, and I'm like, but Target doesn't have them yet. And they're like, oh, well, I think I saw them. I wasn't really looking. I wasn't paying attention. Maybe it was something else. Trust photographs or people who really know what they're talking about and post stuff online. If I came on with Super Megaforce stuff and said I found it at Target, you can trust me. I'm always very aware of where I bought things, I promise. But the pallets are for Toys R Us, not Walmart, not Target, not any other place, not Kmart. They're Toys R Us only. It's the same thing as last year. Megaforce was at Toys R Us only, not other places. Of course, they will be at other places, just not right now. Also, RangerCrew has a list of stores that have them and that are getting them soon. I'll put a link in the description so you can see if your store is listed. Today was the finale of Power Rangers Megaforce. It was okay. I really do miss the next time on Power Rangers or the next season previews. I mean, what happened to that? This is the first time, I think, in all of Megaforce that there's actually something going on now. There's an invasion coming. It wasn't my favorite season. Sometimes I read stuff on Ranger Board or Facebook or wherever else, and people say 5 out of 5. When people give high ratings to Megaforce episodes, is that just for the Megaforce series, or is that in general? I can't tell. I see some really unbelievable seasons that people have, like, really unreasonable standards for, and then like Megaforce, it seems like a lot of people are kind of being like, oh, it's good. I really didn't care about any of the villains, one way or another. I didn't really think they were interesting, I didn't think they were funny, I didn't think they were scary or dangerous, or... What did Vrock do to Metal Alice? Did I miss something? I was making cereal at the time, but all I saw was he said something to her and then she blew up after she'd already been defeated by the Power Rangers. I hope the budget was kind of taken from Megaforce because of Super Megaforce, and we're going to see a lot more in Super Megaforce. Hopefully that's going to be really good. And I really hope that Gosei doesn't just come back in Super Megaforce and say, here is your Gokai Galleon, enjoy. I hope there's more of a story to where they get the powers from. Everybody says they hated Goseiger, but that was a very good season. Really good season. And they did not follow it in Megaforce. I keep hearing how closely they're following the Sentai. They're not at all. This is not Goseiger. This is Megaforce. And, I mean, really, were they a Mega Force? I think they were the least mega of any team in the history of Power Rangers.
They were entirely forgettable.
They were not mega. I feel like they could have done a lot more with this. The 20 episodes thing is not an excuse. The fact that there's 20 episodes means that you can cut all the fluff and really have an awesome episode. There's no time for nothing episodes. You have to develop the characters and the plots and everything in every single episode. I think we saw Gosei Ultimate twice, is that right? The debut and then the time where Emma took Robot Face for a ride, saved him by letting him drift off into space.
No, I think It ended up that he was just someplace else on Earth.
Really?
I thought so.
But she drove him into space.
I know, but he landed someplace else.
Did they show that?
I thought so.
Is Mia tripping? What happened to him? I thought she just took him all the way up and let him drift off into...
If that's the case, that's really incredibly depressing.
I know. That's even worse than what happened in Gosei. That was a sad episode, and a good episode.
I thought she just took him out of the range of Metal Alice's thingy.
Yeah, she did. Into space. Bye-bye, Rico. Into space. Mia likes Megaforce. It was her favorite season.
Where do you begin with Megaforce?
Mega.
No, not Mega.
No Mega?
It just didn't go anywhere. The characters were bland. You don't know anything about them.
Right.
With Megaforce, it seems like even though these monsters existed to destroy the planet and everything on it, there was just no sense of... I mean, like, the stakes didn't seem very high. You know the Rangers are going to beat them in every episode. There's nothing at stake, really. Like, they get knocked down and they keep coming back, and there's no build-up. When they did that in Gosei, it was kind of a big deal because, you know, they would get their second win because they were so determined to protect the Earth and all that, but...
It doesn't work so well when they do it here.
It doesn't work so well in this season particularly because these characters don't seem to feel that strongly about anything. You don't really buy them.
Right.
It's not a desperate situation, it's just something that keeps happening.
I think now is a desperate situation.
Yeah, but they haven't built it up. I get that this is a show for younger kids, but so is Ninja Turtles.
Oh, is
Ninja
that
Turtles
good?
is awesome.
Oh, my Slash prediction. Oh, I totally predicted he was going to be Spike, and I filmed it last night. All right, it's still nighttime, so I'm going to make my prediction now for Slash. I wanted to make my video, but tomorrow Slash is going to be on Ninja Turtles, and my guess is that he's Raph's pet. I'll bet that it somehow gets mutated in Don's lab or something like that, with extra mutagen laying around or something like that. That would be my guess. And Mia agrees. Mia's like, Bruno, that's an awesome idea. Right, Henny? Eh?
What's your awesome idea?
Slash.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good guess.
Alright. And then I was going to do my vlog, and I ended up going to sleep instead. Oh well. But I totally called that, and I know nobody else saw it coming.
You think nobody else saw it coming?
How could anyone else have seen it coming? Are you saying other people could be as brilliant as I am? Yeah?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I love these. These are the storage shell turtles.
I can't wait for the Mutagen Man toy.
Yeah. You could hide things. You could, like, hide toiletries for a trip, maybe, like a toothbrush or something. Probably fit in there.
That's a
No?
small toothbrush.
Oh. Okay, back to Power Rangers. I always try to say something positive.
For people who are saying that, you know, it's only 20 episodes long,
Mm-hmm.
think about what they did in Time Force in the first episode. More stuff happened in the first 5 minutes of that episode than this entire season.
But not limited to Time Force. Almost.
I know, I'm just using that as
Yeah.
an example.
Oh, I agree.
It seems like with other seasons, they kind of gradually ratchet up the stakes.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you have no sense of how powerful the monsters even are, and they keep acting like they're so overpowering the Rangers, but the Rangers always beat them anyway, and
Right.
there's just no reason why. I am curious to know what they're going to do with Super Megaforce, though.
It'll definitely be nice to see all the past suits, no matter what. So, at the very least, you'll at least get to see all the old Rangers in new action. We know that there's going to be some cameos and new toys. Good new toys are coming. I do like that we're seeing next year's villains in this season at the end. I was probably like 15 or 16 when I started wishing that they would have next year's Rangers come into this season, like cross paths somehow, and you don't know who these Rangers are until next season. That story gets worked into next season. There's probably some reason that Saban can't do it. I'm sure there's some contract thing, but... Or what would be really awesome, this would probably be a Toei thing, is if they had like a Time Force team that just appeared through a time hole and like saved the day or something. And then 10 years later, that's the new Sentai. Wouldn't that be awesome? And then they can also have this footage to go back to of... That would be like in maybe episode 20 or something, when these new Rangers went back to the past and why they were there and what would have happened, and explain it like 10 years from now. That would probably never happen, but that would be the most awesome thing ever. No, you don't like it?
Yeah, I don't think it would work that well.
How about 2 years?
Okay, that would be more realistic.
Okay, fine.
That would be a really cool thing looking back on it, but at the time, people, after a few years, people would either forget about it or be really annoyed that they never
Well, have
Except
some,
those in.
just have some good enough explanation. The Zordon of the season, say those were the yada yada Rangers from blah blah time or something. We've
Okay.
identified them and
Okay,
they're
if
from
they-
the future and
if
they came
they-
back to hell. Something so it feels like it's...
If they actually gave the year that team was from, then that would be really awesome.
Right. My card died on me. Well, I guess this is the end anyway. Thank you people who helped me put Jerry to bed while we were at Disneyland. I think I just tweeted. I'm not very good at Twitter, but somebody has to put Jerry to bed since we're not there. Because you know that fool's not going to put himself to bed. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with more videos. Good night.